Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about feature pages. And more specifically, I'm going to go through 10 questions that will enable you to build completely different feature pages according to your actual need. And most marketers, I feel, they build feature pages that follow a very simple template. You have the hero section, you have a few side-by-side sections, maybe a testimonial, and finally a call to action. But in fact, if you go through the 10 questions, it will completely open up your mind and you will understand that a different process needs to happen. So let's jump into it. So the first question we should ask is, do we want to get organic traffic to this page? And as an example, I will show you this Zendesk page. Now, we're talking basically about SEO. Why would you ask this question? Sometimes feature pages require a goal of reaching traffic. And this example of Zendesk is a great example where the whole page is directed to gain ranking for a specific keyword. And if I go to see the title, you will guess that the keyword is customer messaging platform. So besides building the page normally with all the sections, they also took care of SEO, and this should be done from the beginning, making sure you have the right keywords, making sure you have the right effort even after the page is built, so you can promote it, so it can rank. And it's no surprise that if I go to Google for customer messaging platform, you will see that for the organic searches, it's here at the number 2 position. Okay, so this is a very simple question for SEO. Second question is also simple. Are we going to have a paid campaign to the page? Now, a lot of startups obviously are scarce for resources, so they need to utilize what they're building. So either you're going to designate the feature page for the paid campaign as well, or you might repurpose the page later for a paid campaign. And again, we're going to use the same example of Zendesk, this time a different page. And you can see that the whole page is built for a paid campaign. How can we know it? There is a clear CTA for getting started with a free trial. There is also a very clear messaging, concise, short, no elaboration too much on the features, more salesy, less descriptive. You can see that they feature stats and data to convince people to convert. And this is true throughout the page with a very clear call to action at the bottom. Another example is by Gong. So the same elements, you can see that this page is geared for conversion, which is perfect for a paid campaign. Short, to the point, giving you 5 ways Gong can help you create value. And with each feature that they mention, they also have a corresponding data showing this can really convince you to sign up. And it's not just features that they explain, it's also backed by some information. Is this page supposed to target a brand keyword? So sometimes the feature page that you're building is for a known brand, okay? And you want to direct traffic for a branded keyword. Why? Because you want to offer a better experience. This is what Shopify is doing with this page, which is a general start page, ready to start selling. So what's unique about this, it's obvious that Shopify is targeting visitors who are seeking a keyword that is related to Shopify, maybe how to start selling with Shopify, something like that. And you can see what is different about this page is the fact that it's geared towards people with the awareness that they want to learn more about Shopify. So there's the educational element. There's the navigational element, meaning they want to bring visitors to the right place and the important places. So you see all the links to various elements of Shopify, to their tools, which are very popular. So instead of the visitor just hitting the homepage and getting lost, they are going through an experience here and they are directed and navigated exactly like the Shopify marketers want. And this kind of page also helps to bring context to the visitor. So everything is written in a very clear language, not necessarily typical to feature pages. So they give the proper context to visitors, ready to start selling, get up and running fast with easy to use tools. So everything is to explain to the user what is this page for. Fourth question, is there a way to build a story along the page? So why would you ask this question? A lot of the times when you're building these feature pages, it feels scattered. And if there is a way you can not just give fragmented features and fragmented benefits, but create something that's a story that the user can scroll through and learn something that has a storyline, has some sort of flow, an overall story, it can really help you make a more successful page. And I have amazing examples here. This is actually my favorite feature page by ConvertFlow. And this is a website personalization platform. And it starts here in the How It Works section. So it starts by telling you you can personalize your journey, but it doesn't stop here and move to another feature. It actually follows a story. So you can see, by the way, very visually, you can see that it's talking about Jane, and Jane is in the site and she sees this call to action, and then something happens. Very clear to follow what is happening. So she's added to a group and an action is triggered. Again, Jane. And now she is in the capture stage where she is invited to be booked for an event. And again, the events that happen, then she visits the page again, and eventually she converts and turns into a client, visits the online store. You can see this was only possible with the planning of telling a story. It doesn't just happen. Another example that I like is by Apply, I think you say it. It's a mobile app development platform. And what they did is just show you exactly how to build an app. Instead of showing features, they follow you through a journey. Start your new mobile app design project. Step 2, add your first mobile screen. Of course, you can see what is happening. You get a feel of what the product does with this walkthrough. Design wireframes, build mobile flows, split the app. It really follows you step by step throughout the building of the mobile app. So by the end, you are much more educated, and then you are invited to try the demo when you're already, you know what is involved. So very convincing and very effective way to create this experience. Next question, can we give a taste of the product? Why would you ask this question? Why would you need to give a taste of the product? And the answer is, it's a much more effective way to hook your visitors. If your visitors come to your feature page and just see a description, it's not enough to hook them. They will go to another product. And nowadays, it's possible to give a taste of the feature. And I'll give some examples. This is Ahref's, an SEO platform, feature page for their site audit tool. And they actually invite you to enter their domain. And when you do it, they will actually show you part of their product. So instead of telling you about it, they simply show you how you can enter your site and get a site audit. Another brand that does this is Zoom. They have a page for their virtual backgrounds, but they don't just describe them. They also allow you to download them. So offering visitors a much more interactive experience. Very simple to make, but it takes some thinking and planning. Next question, how well can we show the product? So if we can't give a taste for some reason or another, maybe we can show the product. And a great example is this Canva page for their AI video editor. And you can see, I don't even have to scroll, but you can see that even from the beginning of the GIF, it's so simple to tell what they are doing. And it's so captivating. They show how the product works, Of course, this specifically works for them because it's a very visual related product, but look how easy it is to create this video using Canva. This is showing and not telling, and very effective. But I have to say, this is not obvious. It might seem obvious to you, of course, show the feature. But if we see another company, Vid, which I usually love, they make amazing marketing materials. But in this page for their AI video editor, look, what can I, if I come here to this page without context, what can I understand? AI video editor, such a missed opportunity. And they go on, and again, you're not seeing the actual product, you're seeing something that's more designed, you're not being educated. So it's easy to miss these things. One last example of this is the page by Mixpanel, and how they show and not tell is just by showing their interface. And you see it ever so often, a company just showing their interface, hoping that this will invite the visitors to subscribe and to convert to customers, just because they will see the UI is better. I'm not sure how effective this is, to tell you the truth, because if I don't know Mixpanel and I just land on this page and see this interface, it's a bit confusing. I don't know what to look at or what I'm seeing, and I can't compare it to something else. So I wanted to show this because it's an option to show your screen, but you need to be very aware of the possibility that it will just go misunderstood by visitors. Seventh question is, does this feature warrant a hub? So why would you ask this question? Sometimes the feature that you're covering is so complex that it's hard to build a simple page. You actually need to build a hub, and you need to think of the structure of the categories, how you're gonna build it in a way that will allow for so much information to be consumed by your visitor. So the example that we're gonna give is by Asana, and their page for workflows and automations. You can see that every feature that's been mentioned has links to other pages. If you scroll down, again, they built it in a way that will allow you to basically navigate from here to other places and go into this feature and learn. This feature page is a sort of hub that links to many other content pieces. Overflow is another brand that does this workflow solution. So you can see that they divided it into syncing and design. Each category includes subcategories. And again, the big change in building this page is that you really need to sit down and plan all of these elements. And the page is information packed, but it's also still visual. So this takes a lot of planning. All right, next question. Is the expected visitor action complicated? Now, this is a pretty complex question, but bear with me. So obviously, when you're building a feature page, you want to think of the next step. And usually the next step is just sign up for the email or try our demo. But sometimes it's more complex. So the example I will give is for this page by Hostinger, which is a hosting and a website builder. And in this field, when you're building a website, obviously it's varied, the kind of product you will have. And once you finish registration, you're going to go through a certain process for building the page. And this process, the interest of Hostinger is that their visitors will complete the process. So how do you do that? You do that by maybe showing the process. So what can the visitor expect when they sign up? And they show how easy it is to build a website. You enter your brand name, select the website type, describe your business, and customize your website. This way, we're creating the expectation. So we're raising the chance that the visitor that lands on this page will be more likely to complete the whole process. Am I pitching a product the client is not in the market for? So this is a very challenging task. If you're building a feature page that also has some sort of innovation. And it's not so new in the startup world to have innovation. So I want to show you a very special page by Octopus, which is a prototyping tool. And I love this bold headline. It's bigger than you think and goes beyond planning a website. So to grab their attention and to tell them, we have a concept here, we have a new feature that is not according to your expectation. And then they go on and explain how that is. It's a visual sitemap. It's not just a prototype where everything is separated. You're building a prototype that acts like the whole website, and they continue, and this whole page is about that. Now, to be honest, when you're pitching something that is new and hard to grasp, sometimes it's better to convey it in a video, because here the visitor needs to understand from the words what is the new innovative thing. And I'm not sure if that's the best strategy. Like we've been saying this whole video, it's better to show and not tell. And I think there is a missed opportunity here. Maybe still have these bold statements, but also back it up with videos that just show the fact that the prototype that you're building is connected. And the final question is, can we leverage social proof? So why would you ask this question? If you're talking about a market that's competitive, then you want the people that land on the feature page to really have the chance to be convinced. And I'm going to show an example of what I mean. This is Arcade. It's a demo solution, and there are many demo solutions. How can they convince that their features are better? And what they did is they attached a testimonial for each of the features. So click to create. It's so easy. And then they back it up with testimonial about simplicity. You can perfect your story with this demo and then backing it up. And they do this throughout the features of the product. Now, of course, this is the homepage, but I wanted to give this example because you can actually do the same thing in a feature page. So why is it important to ask this question? Because it takes time to find these testimonials, to attach them to the relevant feature. It takes a lot of planning. You want to be sure that you're making this effort, that it's directed to the right page. Another example is Spendesk, which is a billing platform. So for their company cards page, they did a similar thing. If you scroll down, you will see that they have testimonial that is specific for this page, both for employees, managers, and finance and accounting. So they did the extra work to find these testimonials to make the feature page more convincing in a competitive landscape. So I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of feature pages and the questions you need to ask. And I hope the next time you will build yourself a feature page, you will ask these questions. If you have a feature page that you especially like, send it over. So this is the second video of this kind that I'm making. If you want to see more of them, hit me with a comment and let me know what you'd like me to cover next. Until next time, I'm Ben. Bye-bye.